Welcome back. I am the Nervous Mechanic, and welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I've done a video. I wish things work out in my life, but they don't. So here I am, and we're back. If you haven't seen my channel, I am the Nervous Mechanic. I do a little bit of everything from everything. So as you can see around my room in here, it's all 3D printing and cars and all kinds of crazy stuff. So welcome to the channel. If you like these videos, like and subscribe down below. Hit that bell so you get more of my videos. Yeah, I wish I could have been here more. I was actually gone doing some military training for a while, and quarantined for like 4 months on a base. So not a good time. Yeah, sucks. But I'm back, so that's good. Still sucks because I'm unemployed. So now I gotta make more YouTube videos. So yeah, so here we are. So today's video, we're gonna be going back something I stopped. I'm gonna be showing you guys my a couple parts that I had Linux for my battery tray install, and we are gonna get the tray installed today. Hardware, battery, and possibly the other tray with my fuse box setup. That's kind of my goal for today's video. I'll try to do that. Then I'm going to go back over a little bit. You've probably already seen this, but if you haven't, I'm going to show you guys this guy down here, this is my regulator, which goes by Keyline Chargers, and I will include that that in the link in the description below so you guys can check it out. A really good product. It's a full kit, so they come with pretty much. I bought this because you want to make sure everything's clean. They give you pretty much everything, all your wire and all this stuff to go with it. This is your regulator right here, 12 volt 140 amp ISO regulator, and this is going to be nice for when I install my lights, my winch, and a few other things, so I don't drain the battery. That's kind of the whole idea behind these regulators, is to keep a secondary battery so your first battery doesn't drain, and you can use it in the event that you need to start your car and it's not dead. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get outside and I'll show you guys what we're doing. Okay, so the thing is heavy. So this is basically what it looks like. Now, I'm probably going to shave off these little bits here, so this thing will sit. It sits pretty flat as it is, but I'm going to shave these off, and so the back will sit a little lower. But that's generally how it looks. That's, I think, pretty solid. And I'll figure out some way for the front to hold this in. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure something out. Now, the other thing I bought this, and I'll include the link for this as well. This is my dual battery tender, and this is made from a company called, Keyline Chargers, and I will find the ad from Amazon where I had it. This was a while ago. Let me see if I can put this down here. You can see this. This is the company, Keyline Chargers. Dual battery kit. This is your instructions for marine, pretty much everything. Basically, alternator outputs up to 120 amps, fully automatic. You don't really have to mess with it too much once you install it. Alternator outputs 120 amps prior to charging for starting the battery. So a good backup, so your main battery stays charged and you'll be using just this for all your accessories, which is what you really want. Comes with full instructions here, all your components. You pretty much get all your cabling, clamps, lugs, heat shrink, the unit that you need, the isolator. Gives you all your instructions here how to put it together, and I'll include the link for you guys so you can check this thing out. It's pretty cool. This is basically the unit right here. This is your isolator. Yeah, this is it right here. And as far as I know from how these units work, and I'm not a pro or anything, but basically it's depending on how much you're using off the secondary battery, you're basically, when you're charging it and so on and using it, then it's going to basically be cutting in and out, turning this on, charging your secondary, turning it off, and then you want to keep your main battery so you can start your car up and you're not stuck in a bad situation. So there's that, and then this is all your cable and everything right here that you get. Basically, all this is, well, this is another video. So there's that. But everything's going to be very clean. But yeah, Keyline chargers. This is the company got pretty good ratings, so we're going to be going with them. So next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take this guy out and take the battery. I'm going to set this guy up, and you guys can see how it fits in a. This is a 2010 Tacoma passenger side install. So it's going to be going right next to the air intake. So give me 1 minute, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, we're back. Okay, so now I was able to get this installed. So basically, you're gonna get your hardware. You're gonna use like three washers. So I'll show you. You should probably be able to figure this out. Basically, I'd use this size right here, like a 3/8, like a flat washer, and then bring over here. And basically, I would put one washer in each one, and then your nut, and then I just torqued it down. And it's pretty solid. I mean, that's not going anywhere. It moves a little, so I can tighten that up, but that's very solid. But that's basically what it's going to look like from there on out. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to put the battery in, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to put the camera down to get some of this other stuff. I'm running out of daylight, as you can see here in the beautiful Colorado wilderness. Yeah, and it's chilly, oddly enough, and it's June. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of wrap up this video here and show you guys what I was doing. Now, I don't know if maybe this isn't noticeable in my videos, but I try to make these into short, bite-sized chunks, so if people want to follow along and kind of do what I'm doing, it's easy to follow along. So I know my videos don't have a lot of editing, a lot of crazy music and everything else, so I try to keep them as straightforward as possible when I make them. And when you work and you don't have a lot of time, editing takes, you just don't have time for it. So anyways, so to sum up this video here, so this is what our battery looks like, sitting nice and flush. I did have to trim a little bit of this off the side here to get it to sit, but this is solid. So really the only thing left with that is to kind of figure out if there's a strap or something that I could get, maybe something that would go around the front, and if I really have to, maybe what I'll do is I'll just get a ratchet strap, tuck it under there, tighten it down, and be done with it. But we'll see. But yeah, this whole thing, when you clear it, this one is perfect on the height between here and the hood, because that would be bad if that touched that. But this is going to be getting these same little rubber coverings over here, so they're going to be getting that as well. Over here, this is what our fuse setup looks like. Now this is just a marine. You can get this off of Amazon. I'll link that in my description so you can check it out. But it's just kind of a generic marine fuse box. Oddly enough, it's really not that it's not waterproof, derp. But it's, I guess, classified as marine. But any of this type of stuff where you're going to have wires coming out of the top or wires coming out of the bottom, you're going to want to probably silicone this, which is a good idea to seal all this in here. And this is kind of what it looks like on the other side. Now, I did have to bend this a little bit ways from here, just a little bit, so it didn't hit here. It might just nick it a bit on the hood there, but on the hood, but it should be okay. Now that, from this side, this is what it looks like right here. Looks pretty good. So, You'll be using some type of metric hardware. Not everyone, now depending on the model, if you have a 1st gen or 3rd gen, everyone's is going to be different. Factory mountings are never the greatest place to match your bolts off of, so you might have to tap or find your own hardware to fit, but that's what I used. So but anyway, just so you guys know, again, just to reiterate here, I used a M8 1.25 torque nut and a M8 1.25 by 16 cap screw. You might find something that works better for you, and that's great. But I'm very glad to get this done. This is something I've been trying to finish for a long time, but it is now finished. Now that this is done, basically our next step is going to be our regulator, because we are going to be running our winch setup off this side on the battery, and then we're going to be running our lights over here and so on, because on your dual battery you always want your accessories to run off of that. You don't want them to run off your main battery, because strictly this is going to be this is your backup and what runs everything. So in case your car dies, you'll always have this battery charged and ready to go. This battery is a 815 cranking amp. Let's see, 850 cold cranking and 1000 cranking. So this is a pretty good sized battery. It's pretty big. So you're going to want that if you have accessories like lights and a winch and stuff like that. So basically you're going to be running any of your accessories. Like there's your lights. I might have one light bar, but I don't go crazy with lights. I don't really see the point. I don't really need to. So those lights there and there are going to be run across here. We're going to be running them to here. And the regulator is going to be mounted to the top right there, and everything is going to be basically, power is going to go into here, and then this is a ground, so I'm going to be using this factory ground here to go up to here to ground the fuse box, which is good because I actually use this for the battery, but you know, didn't actually need it. So that's the next step in the project, so getting all that stuff hooked up. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, and it's getting dark, and yeah, so if you guys liked these videos, check them out, like and subscribe, and I'll include as much as I can down and below so you guys can find the parts and so on.
Gotta relax.
This is Earth Radio, and now here's human music.
Human music. I like it.